Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitaBugHandmaids.com. Thank you so much for joining me today for another Stampin' Up! Tutorial. So for today's project, I am using the Shaded Summer stamp set. I'm just using a sentiment and then this small little image from this stamp set. But today's project is actually a video request that I got from my friend Lisa Davis. So thank you, Lisa, for this request. So she posted a comment on my Facebook business page the other day that she was recreating my file folder treat holders. So I created this, oh gosh, I think it was back in 2015 that I made these, I think. Okay, so no, it was not 2015. It was actually April 16, 2017 that I shared these over on my blog, and then also I did do a video tutorial for them, so you can search my channel if you'd like to check out the tutorial. But Lisa was recreating these for an event that she had, I believe it was for an event. So anyways, she asked that I kind of redo them again and bring this project back. So I did. So we don't sell the envelope punch board anymore, which is what I used to create these. So I had to get creative to figure out another way to create it without that. And I have a really cute idea to share with you today. So the idea came to me to see if I could use this largest scalloped rectangle from the Stitch So Sweetly dies. I'm missing some of the dies because I have them across the room, but I thought, I wonder if I could create a holder using this, and that is what I did. So let me show you how to do it. So I've got all of my pieces here, and I'm gonna bring in my mini machine, and then I've got plate number 1, a cutting plate, and then this is a piece of Evening Evergreen cardstock. So I'm going to put that largest scalloped rectangle right on top here. Another cutting plate. And then I'll just run that through my mini machine. Okay, and then you've got that really nice scalloped edge with that little bit of stitching around the edge. Then I'm gonna bring in a piece of white cardstock and then a piece of cherry cobbler cardstock. Plate number 1, plate number 2, and I think I can cut both of these at the same time. So I have got this small circle from the layering circle dies. Whoops, that goes on the white. And then I've got the little scallop circle that will just fit right outside of that. I'm gonna put that onto my cherry cobbler cutting plate and run this through. Then I'm going to bring in some scratch paper. I want to go ahead and do my stamping on my white circle. So I've got Sahara Sand ink here. I'm going to take this and let's see. I actually created this project the day that Lisa posted that comment, which has now been like 2 weeks ago, I think. So this has been sitting on my desk to film for 2 weeks. So I think I stamped off twice with the Sahara Sand. No, that looks, is that too dark? Too light? I think that's too light, so I must have only done 1. So I'll just stamp, yeah, there, ink it up again, stamp off, stamp again there. Okay, that looks good. And then an Evening Evergreen, I'm gonna stamp thank you. You could do whatever sentiment you want, but I thought this was a good sentiment. Maybe if you wanted to give these as like little thank you goodies after the holidays, or you could always change the sentiment and have a different sentiment on there. So there we go. Now I'm just gonna bring in my paper trimmer here, and let me make sure I have my cutting blade out of the way. I'm gonna bring in my die cut scalloped rectangle, and I am going to score this at 1.5 inches. Excuse me, 1.75 inches and 1.5 inches. Okay, so you've got 2 score lines. So 1.5 inches and 1.75 inches. and then just fold on those 2 score lines. Okay, there we go. And this is going to be our little holder, and this will hold one of the Ghirardelli chocolates. That's what I originally designed the other project for. The file folder holder was to hold these little Ghirardelli chocolate squares. So you can hold one. So then you want some designer paper. I'm using the Tidings of Christmas Designer Series paper. Let me just give you a quick look at what you've got in here. It's a very traditional looking Christmas paper. So I'm using this paper, and you just need 2 pieces. So this piece is cut 1.25 inches by 2.5 inches. And then this piece, which is just the reverse side, is cut 2.5 inches by 2 inches, okay? And I do have all of these measurements over on today's blog post, which is linked down below in the video description. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add a little bit of adhesive. Well, I've been having so much trouble with my seal. There we go. Okay. Add a little bit of adhesive, and then you just tuck this right into the in the center of the stitching on the front of the holder. So I'll hold that up so you can see. So I've just put that right inside of the stitch lines. It fits perfectly in there. Then I'm going to flip it over and add this piece inside of the stitch lines, but on the inside of my holder, just to give a little background for my treat. You don't have to do this step, but I just thought it looked nice having that little bit of designer paper in there. Okay, so again, I just popped it right inside of those stitched lines. Okay, then I can put my little treat inside, and I've got some of this black Baker's Twine. This comes from the Baker's Twine Essentials pack, so you get 5 different colors in this Essentials pack. I love it. So I'm just gonna take this twine, and we're gonna use this to hold our little treat holder closed and keep our treat in place. So I'm just gonna put this 2 grooves down, 2 grooves down on the scallops. I'm gonna wrap it around 2 times. There we go. And cut. And then I'm just gonna tie this in a bow. And then I'm just gonna pull to make my loops just a little bit smaller. Okay, I think that looks good. And just give those ends a trim. Cute! I love the black on this one. That looks really, really cute. And then I'll just add my sentiment just with my seal adhesive onto my tiny little scallop. I wanted to center that on the scallop. Okay, that looks so cute. And we'll just pop 2 dimensionals on the back. So I'm gonna put one at the top of the sentiment and one at the bottom so that it sits. There's a little room in the middle for my twine. Okay, and just put that right about there. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, and let me just show you this little treat up close. Isn't that so cute? I really love how these turned out. I love, love, love them. So we've got this one that has the Evening Evergreen, and then I also made this cherry cobbler one, and I did the, oh, which twine is this? I think this is the, still from the Essentials pack. Oh, what is this? What is this? crumb cake. I did the crumb cake twine on that one, and then I've got a Sahara sand version, and I did the basic white twine on this one. So 3 little versions of it. So cute. I love how these turned out. So let me bring in the original design. So there it is. So these are just a little bit smaller, but not by much, but super cute, you guys. I love it. So let's see, the finished measurements are about 2 1/4 by just a little, 1/8 of an inch less than 3 inches. So perfect size for your little Ghirardelli chocolate squares. So I love it. I hope you have enjoyed today's tutorial. Thank you, Lisa, for inspiring me to think a little bit outside of the box to recreate my original project. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget, you can find all of the measurements and all of the supplies for today's project linked down below in the video description and over on today's blog post. So thank you, and stay tuned. I'll be back again very soon with another tutorial. Bye now.